All right, good morning. I haven't done a car rant for a while. It's Buzzkill Rich, back at the helm. Arms at 10 and 2, hands at 10 and 2, eyes firmly fixed on the road, safe driving. Alrighty then, what do I want to talk about today? The first thing I want to tell you is as I talk about this, because I call myself Buzzkill Rich because I want to rain on the parade. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk about everything is not okay. All these wonderful awareness events and all these TV shows and all these celebrities talking about recovery and we're trying to get this funding through and get that funding through. And I'm here to tell you that a lot of it is smoke and mirrors, okay? Now, when I say that, I want to go on the record and tell you I'm as guilty as anyone in this regard. And my organization, we're as guilty as anyone. We will do an awareness event any day of the week. I'll get on TV tonight. So I'm going to bitch about people being on TV and talking about this issue and nothing happening, and I'll go on TV tonight. Hell, I love to hear myself talk. I love to hear myself talk. Clearly, I think you already knew that. And I'll go on TV and I'll talk about the opioid epidemic, and I'll talk about the number of overdoses, and I'll talk about the need for change, and I'll talk about the need for funding and everything like that, just like everyone else will. Now, I tell you, there's one thing that I am resistant to. I want to be very selective that I don't go to opioid summits where experts get together, medical experts, academic experts, treatment experts, and we all sit around and we kind of pat each other on the back for our incredible efforts. And we talk about the same thing that we've been talking about for the last 30 years. I am trying to resist those, but I'm not completely resistant. You're going to put me on a stage, I'm going to talk to you. Because I am, what is that? My ego is out of control, or whatever you want to call it. People in recovery, we love to talk. We love to hear ourselves talk. So I'm a bit of a hypocrite when I say what I'm about to say now. All right, now that I got done talking shit on myself, here's the deal. Awareness events, rallies, TV shows, radio interviews, all these different things. I think we know what the problem is. I know we know what the problem is. We have an epidemic on our hands. We have shitty treatment centers on every other block. We need more money for medication-assisted treatment. We need more money for detox beds, all this other stuff. But here's the problem. Here's the fundamental issue. We actually don't have a solution. Everybody's talking about more money for the same damn thing, and I've said this before, but I can't get it out of my head. The problem here is we actually don't have an engine to put in the car. That stuff will never ever work, not because it's not effective, not because it's bad people doing bad things, although that is happening, but because it doesn't even address 90% of the problem. Literally, the foundation is shaken and we're rearranging the pictures on the wall. The house is on fire and we're trying to figure out whether or not we should repaint the bathroom. Should we paint that aqua blue or maroon gray or midnight blue or some other kind of bullshit color? What should we do with the bathroom over there? Well, honey, you notice there's a fire in the kitchen. We're going to die if we stay there. Well, but wait a minute. Let's get a little bit more money. Let's go over to Home Depot and see what color we want to paint the bathroom. That's kind of like our approach. We haven't even talked about the actual issue yet. Please understand something. It's simple math. If we continue to serve 10% of the people who have this issue, and we ignore the 90% that we have conveniently labeled unwilling, that's how we've gotten away with it, you will never, ever, ever have enough money. There will billions and billions of dollars. None of this will make any difference to anyone because you just simply can't catch up to it. It's a downstream problem, and you're trying to address it here with more detox beds, or here with more medication-assisted treatment, or here with more access to intensive outpatient programs. Which, by the way, I'm sorry, I'll say it, for the most part, what the hell? Really? We got to do 9 hours in that format. That's probably an insurance issue. That's probably a funding issue. And I tell you what, the other thing about our awareness events, I think we might want to get more intimate with our awareness events. I wonder if we need high-profile awareness events, or we might need more localized awareness events. We're talking about opioid addiction. You know what? Here's one thing. Here's a side effect. Totally different, random, tangential thought. As we talk about opioid addiction, it allows parents to ignore underage drinking. We can ignore underage drinking on our college campuses, in our homes. Parents, you know you're out there. You're letting your kids drink in your homes. And kids are dying in car accidents as well. So let's talk all about opioids, and what that does is it makes us ignore all these other issues. Here's what we need. We need general awareness on a more local level in a more realistic manner. School districts, open up your doors to people in recovery. Let us come in there and get in some people's faces. Whoa, the parents won't like that. Parents wouldn't want us to talk about that. Actually, I think the parents may want you to talk about that. Every freaking week, and again this week, I know of a young person who died. This time it was in a drinking and driving accident. It wasn't opioid related. But death is death. Let's shake our head as a community. Let's suck it up and let's have the difficult conversation. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about Uncle Joe who keeps falling asleep in his mashed potatoes. Mommy, why does Uncle Joe come over every Thanksgiving and throw turkey at you and bitch and yell and punch holes in the drywall? Oh, son, he's just a little, it's okay. It just happens. Happens in every family. All right, I'm out. Buzzkill Rich, signing off for today.